For the last couple of days, Kenyans have been waiting anxiously to know what caused the sudden death of Makueni Senator Mutula Kilonzo. The autopsy process was supposed to be conducted on Monday, led by the government pathologist Dr. Johansen Odwor, but the family of the late senator insisted on having the input of an independent pathologist.
Those who are concerned, and most of the family members, because we wanted to have an independent pathologist.
Come Tuesday, the pathologist arrived from the United Kingdom. Dr. Ian Calder joined a team of 6 doctors, and after 8 rigorous hours behind these doors, they came out with a report that what they had so far found out was inconclusive.
We have to take some samples which might take about 8 to 10 weeks. So I beg your patience for us to conclude this exercise.
So why would those keen on establishing the cause of Kilonzo's death have to wait this long? Professor Kiama Wangai, a forensic pathologist, takes us through what happens during a post-mortem exercise and why it is such a delicate process.
From pathology, the ways of death are 2. One of them is what we call the natural process of death, and the other one is the unnatural process of death. The natural process of death would result from issues of the body of the individual themselves, infections from bacteria, hypertension, diabetes. An unnatural death is one that is not it's not the body itself degenerating. Something has been done to that body for it to cease functioning.
According to Professor Wangai, the autopsy process has different levels, which usually begin right from the scene of crime to the pathology table.
And the autopsy is divided into 2. There is what the pathologist will see with their eyes. That's called gross. What you see, that this person has been hit on the face, this person has hanging marks, this person has a heart attack. So you then go to another stage, 2 more stages. One of them is referred to as histology. Histology is when you take body tissues from all the systems and you process slides that you can see under the microscope. That's called histological examination. Under the microscope, you could see various changes on human tissue. The next stage is called toxicology. Toxicology is when you take body fluids, and these body fluids include the following: blood, urine, you can take vitreous humor from the eye, cerebrospinal fluid. You take body fluids, and from these body fluids, you run tests on various chemicals that may be found on those bodies.
According to police reports, Mutula was found dead lying on his back with some evidence of foam oozing out from the mouth and vomit in his bathroom sink. Evidence that the detectives and the group of doctors are working with to find out what could have claimed the Makueni senator's life. Medical experts say the evidence found could point to several causes of death, among them poisoning, heart attack, or drug overdose. The time taken to conduct the autopsy may have come as a surprise to many who are keenly following the proceedings at the Lee Federal Home. The team of foreign experts led by Dr. Odwor and a foreign medic, Dr. Calder, had kicked off the exercise at midday. And according to the family spokesman, the process was going to take about 2 hours, but ended up going on for 8 hours.
A postmortem can take as short as 1 hour. It can take as long as 5 to 6 hours. What determines that is the history of the death, and then what are you looking for? Because if the history is very clear, you can actually do a dissection on a specific place and find your answers. So it will not take long, because I can actually find it was the heart. But if you are now not sure what may have caused this death, then you have to go from head to toe, and that takes longer.
Perhaps one of the main questions many are asking is why we have to wait for 2 months to know the results.
We have been saying as pathologists, you should have a state-of-the-art national forensic laboratory that allows us to be able to complete the investigation At this juncture, no pathologist has that capacity. It is untrue that you need pathologists from outside the country. The only probable advantage that the pathologist who came has is that he has a good lab that backs what he's doing. Not because the science is different from what we know.
And as Kenyans wait for the post-mortem results, the Criminal Investigations Department has launched investigations into Kilonzo's death, while the Director of Public Prosecutions, Keriako Tobiko, has appointed a team of prosecutors to assist the police in the probe. Michael Njenga, Citizen TV, Nairobi.